Hello and welcome to the second semifinal match in the tournament circuit. My name is Barrow and this is Pope Pius, and we'll be commentating this match. So our contestants today are Sphinx and Flowing. Both players have worked very hard to get here. Both players, I believe, have met before, so let's see how they adapt in this first game. So we
All right,
see...
so it's Channel versus let's see that okay, Grummy, Grulu, and Lion.
Yeah, looks like Channel versus Regeneration. This looks like a classic match of fast versus slow. Sphinx needs to win before Flowing can get his team going, because if the game goes long, Flowing will eventually take over. Flowing getting first turn is very big here.
Yeah, the main strategy of Grulu, Grummy, and Lion is that Grulu and Grummy stack regeneration and share it super quickly and build tons of combo. And then Lion, due to having Heroic Assault, Heroic Party, and Heroism, just does so much damage that even though he's mostly just getting regen buffs, he still ends up with a really huge damage boost.
So
As we
Flowing,
can see here, that it's estimated to be able to kill Toad if it doesn't miss its attacks.
yeah, Flowing goes for the voltage, tries to take out Lion, but barely doesn't kill. And you see, with the quite a bit of healing available to Sphinx's team, he's able to get Lion back up to full and build a ton of combo with Grummy and Grulu, and able to take out Toad on the first attack. That's huge because it stops Toad getting age stacks.
Yeah, Toad isn't like it really depends because Toad is the healer for channel teams like this. But the main thing that really gets them going is channeling balance, which gives them both a damage boost and a defense boost. And so the fact that Argiop is still around is still going to be quite the thorn in their side. But
Yeah.
Toad not being around to heal and taunt makes it so that killing Argiop won't be as much of an issue.
Flowing brings in Draconor, seemingly more to be used as a support. It's often used for damage, but here, being able to apply a bunch of blind onto Lion uh, will help with mitigating its damage if it doesn't just die.
The best crowd control is death.
Yes. Sphinx repping the Cat Zerker. I'm sure a lot of fans approve of that choice. Cat Zerker, not very common, but it's carried Sphinx pretty far, so I'm willing to see what it can do. And here we do see the Fire Claws almost killing Archeop, and the bleed does
Ooh.
finish it off. Those armor break stats helping to cut through Archeop's high defense.
To be honest, I would say if he hadn't killed Argy up there, I would have said the game is over for him because I'm pretty sure Katzerker is probably going to die here. I don't think it's going to be able to tank an attack from both Eldergel and Drakenor. And once Katzerker's down, uh, they're out of options for being able to kill the Eldergel and Drakenor.
Yeah,
Oh
and we
yeah,
do
there it
see
goes.
getting obliterated, not even using Flowing's third attack, which will do the most damage because more combo has been built.
Oh man, yeah. So he even gets to get a good hit on
Yeah,
Grumir Grulu.
I'm
Though
thinking he's probably going to take out Grulu here, and I'm also thinking that he can 100 to 0 it. Goes for the Whirlpool, which is interesting, shedding some of those debuffs, but not doing a ton of damage. Sphinx
yeah,
has one big DPS left, which is Vizuki. Let's see what he can do with it.
oh, I normally when I run, I guess I'd run Fusuki as a damage dealer. So, but it's being used as a combo builder here.
With it, which is interesting. Hades gets quite a bit of combo and applies some debuff stacks, but ooh, looking to see a switch here?
Oh, no, that's actually really interesting. Unfortunately, it's just kind of out of options here because I don't think
Yeah,
Fusuki's going to do much damage. If he can get rid of Oculus, then Flowing will be out of healing, and he might be able to grind them down eventually.
yeah. And here we're seeing one of the problems with Grulu. It does a lot of damage, builds good combo, and applies debuffs. It's one of the few monsters that has significant mana problems, where after it casts a couple of spells, it can run dry.
It's very awkward to build mana regen into it because you want to stack as many of those debuff on hit equipments onto it and give it a bow, and so it can apply more combo, but it needs mana. But it also wants to stack HP, and your only option for both HP and mana regen is Charging Sphere, which
Yeah.
Grulu doesn't really make use of charge stacks in any way.
Yeah. So
Oh dang, with Fasuki, yeah, okay, so he's gonna take out Fasuki here, and without severe upkeep from it, I don't think there's any way Sphinx wins from here.
yeah,
Especially if Elder Gel in the field. Elder Gel resists his debuffs, and none of his monsters have good neutral attacks.
normally it's not a good idea to have two like big damage DPS, but for Flowing, they seem to both be able to contribute just enough damage to pressure two of Sphinx's monsters at once.
Yeah, the reason, yes, Flowing is doing really well here because he was able to take out the two main DPSs on Sphinx's team, and then from here he's just kind of out of options.
Yeah. So eventually, Grummy and Grulu will be able to accumulate enough age stacks to pressure that way, but I don't think we're going to get to eventually in this game.
And Elder Gel is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Typical.
Interesting to see Flowing runs unshifted Elder Gel. The reason for that is because of an item called the Gray Pearl, which gives incredible stats, but can only be equipped to an unshifted monster.
Elder Gel makes good use of it because its Light Shift is dedicated towards supporting, and its Dark Shift just gives it charge stacks based off of how much of mana its allies spend. In a channel-based team, reducing the amount of mana that's being spent, it's not all that useful. And additionally, Elder Gel doesn't have any particular synergy with those charge stacks. So in this case, it's more optimal to run the Grey Pearl, since
And
Elder Gel makes quite good use of those big stats.
unfortunately, Sphinx has lost the game here, losing his third monster to a devastating Dark Shroud. Really cuts into his ability to get combo, and he's not going to be able to. Like, Grummy and Grulu have 5 H stacks, that's good. It is not going to save him from 3 monsters attacking.
Yeah, this is the turn-based game. Action economy is king. If
Yeah,
the opponent has less
so
actions than you, and they can't immediately get you back to an equal amount of actions, you're just going to lose. And even
even more
with
so in this game because each action you use adds more damage to your other actions. So we see a Shadow Grasp saving his last attack for Elder Gel, who can hit both these monsters super effectively, and the Voltage doesn't actually take down Garulu. We do see so many stacks of regeneration combined with regeneration shield, able to bring out Garulu to a bit of HP, but it's not going to matter. And forfeits, and we're on to game 2. We do see Sphinx changing up his team here. I like this a lot, bringing on a lot more DPS. Griffinix will hopefully be able to provide more damage and synergizes well with regeneration. He also crucially gets the first turn, which allows him, you see, with one Solar Burst, 5 stacks of regeneration on the entire team, and 32 combo. So let's see if Lion can clean up.
it would be big if he could get an AoE kill, but yeah, being able to take out Toad from the start is good.
Yeah. Looks like he had a kill on either of them and opts to take out Toad instead of Argio. More scared of the healing than of channeling balance.
Yeah, in
We
this
do
case, I would probably go for
sorry.
the Argiope because both Toad and Oculus are redundant in terms of being able to heal, whereas Argiope's role is completely unique in the team.
Yeah, channeling balance, not that many monsters get it, so Flowing's only monster that has it is Argio, and it's really his team's anchor. But Sphinx thinks he can do better taking out the healer first. We do see the Acid Hurricane from Grummy. That's his only AoE, but it's very effective.
Yeah, not being able to kill Lion here is really huge,
Yeah,
though. I think Lion getting to have a second turn could lead to another kill.
yeah. Because in addition to all the regeneration, Grummy and Grulu are good at applying armor break, and that's another thing that's very good against this tanky team. Ooh, bad luck with the Lion Fire Claws. Not many crits, and therefore not much bleed.
And a good amount of misses.
Yeah, gets rid of the Argiope shield, but not much else, and Oculus heals it up.
Yeah, Oculus is very good at just taking a monster from no HP to back up to full and then shielding them nicely with Encapsulate.
Yeah. And this is one of the problems with Lion is Dark Shroud having a whole bunch of blind and tether stacks. Even with Grummy's access to Age of Purity, he's not going to be able to get rid of all of those stacks. You see, he has so many different stacks, which means those blind stacks, which reduce your chance to hit by 40% until you get rid of them, are probably going to stick for Lion's attack.
Thankfully, with the extra DPS and Griffinix, he can afford to lose Lion here. Then the previous game, having only Katzerker and Lion as powerful DPS has really put him in a precarious spot. But I think
for
he
the
nicely
Firefalls here.
identified. Oh,
Oh, geez,
dang.
with the blind stacks, unfortunately, doesn't do enough damage to take it out. And
Unfortunately,
Oculus is going to heal it up.
once reaching this point where he just doesn't have enough damage to reach through, he's kind of at a loss here. I mean, the RGO only has one stack of armor breaks, so that gives a lot of opportunities for Proliferate to give some good combo building, and it might be enough to get the kill next turn.
Yeah, that would be really, really important for Sphinx. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to see, nope, again, the regeneration, able to keep his team healthy while he spends all of his turns attacking. Able to get 3 stacks of armor break, that's pretty good. And up to 5 stacks. Looks like with the massive defense reduction, Lion is able to cut down Argeo. That
He
improves
taking
Sphinx's outlook on this game considerably.
that the cleanse on Grummy and Garulu was able to take off the agility buff, so he no longer had a 20% chance to miss. That made a huge difference. For all
Sure.
you out there who are struggling against Zasimos, his team is almost competitively viable.
Yeah. And we see once again Flowing going back to Elder Gel Draconor, trying to make the double damage dealers work. Lion's quite low without any shield, so he might be able to take it out here, but Sphinx does have more damage dealers in the back.
It's very important to be able to identify what roles in your opponent's team you can take out. Like in last game, due to Lion and Katzerker being the only like threatening damage dealers, Flowing was able to take them both out, and from there the team fell apart without its main damage dealers.
Yeah,
In this
and in
case,
this
with Art,
game, the opposite is happening, and Sphinx is taking out all of Flowing's supports. And damage dealers, they're probably better to have 3 of them supports, but they're not as effective if you don't have those supports backing them up, and crucially, they're much more fragile.
that's why it's really nice to build your team with flexible monsters. So like
Yeah.
Drakenor works pretty well as in like a flex spot because it can build pretty good combo, apply
Here comes the
blind.
long slash, cuts down Draconor
Oh,
easily. Massive damage from that Cat Zerker. Flowing has to bring in his last, which is another Grey Pearl user, Spinner. Another
Spinner's in
monster with massive damage output, but very fragile.
Yeah, Spinner's in a similar situation to Elder Gel with both of its shifts, although its Dark Shift helps its bleed. If your team more cares about the burst damage as opposed to bleed stacking up, then the Dark Shift isn't as good. And the Light Shift is mostly just helping out its allies by sharing the charge stacks. But if you want to run Spinner as your damage dealer, helping your supports deal more damage isn't very helpful.
Yeah.
So that's why people opt for a Great Pearl.
So with both of those damage dealers, Flowing is able to take out Cat Zerker, but now we have Griffinix in here. All of the debuffs almost on Flowing's team can be refreshed, which is good because you have to actually apply a debuff in order to proliferate to give you that extra hit and build you more combo. And here comes the first attack from Griffinix. Not the most damage, but Flowing doesn't have access to just crazy, crazy healing anymore. We see Oculus healing up that Elder Gel, but Spinner's vulnerable.
I'm surprised that Oculus couldn't heal up the Elder Gel, but also I'm a bit worried with Sphinx going after Elder Gel. Elder Gel resists the debuffs from him, and he just doesn't have good neutral damage to focus on Elder Gel.
Yeah,
So it might be a bit futile for him to go for him. I would have honestly suggested going for Spinner in this case, because he really just needs a kill on one of his monsters in order to win here. And as
yeah.
we can see
None of these
here,
monsters have revive, so as soon as Sphinx can kill one monster, he can get to the situation where his opponent doesn't have as many actions as he does. Seems like he is targeting down the Elder Gel.
it still has Phoenix Affinity though.
Yeah, so we do see the tackle
Oh,
does get to Phoenix Affinity,
but he
and
did
the
get the kill on
debuffs
it with.
just barely not enough to kill. And this is a very important turn. Turn 7 is the turn where Infinity stacks show up for the first time. Each stack is 25% damage, and they'll easily be able to push Flowing's damage over the top. Sphinx will get one too, but he won't be able to use it if he loses here.
Oh dang, that's can he come back from that?
Mm. It depends on what Elder Gel does. If Elder Gel can severely damage one of Grummy or Grulu, this game is probably lost. But with an Infinity stack and a lot of Age stacks on Grulu, he might be able to turn this around. Flowing, considering his last move. Even with 6 stacks, he doesn't have a ton of mana on Elder Geo, so it seems like he's
Oh,
going to heal up with a potion. Grummy, good turn to get your ultimate back, but goes for the Acid Rain, trying to
yeah,
get
he
those
knows that
armor break stacks
his
onto.
out here is killing Spinner. It's the only monster
Yeah,
he can actually viably take down.
yeah, unfortunately, not enough damage. The debuffs are still getting into him, but now Flowing has 2 stacks of Infinity. And let's see how
Yeah,
much damage this Spinner can do with 2 stacks of Infinity.
I'm not sure if the potion that last turn was the right call. I think he really just needs to work his way. Well, I guess he's still going to get the kill here.
Yeah, huge damage.
Yeah,
Spinner
there's no,
has
really
2
no.
instances of a passive called Variety, which means he has 30% more damage for each different move he uses during a match. And he's been able to make great advantage of this here, using an Earth attack to take out Griffinix, Fire attack to take out Grummy. He's been able to use a different attack every turn.
So hopefully a neutral one for Grulu if he wants the most damage. However,
Yeah,
one thing we'll specify is that everything in this game stacks multiplicatively. So that's actually a 15% chance or 15% boost with that amount in the end, boosted by
yeah.
another 15%.
And unfortunately, one Elder Gel Voltage is enough to take down Grillu. So back into game 3, we see no sideboard changes for either team, so both were confident, and Sphinx gets the first turn again. So let's see how much he can make do with this. We do see another Solar Burst, getting up the regeneration. 2 stacks of Armor Break onto Argiop is good.
Well,
And again,
okay.
opts to take out Toad.
I mean, it's nice to have Toad out first, but going for the RGO would probably be better just because it's, yeah, Oculus can just come in there and replace Toad, whereas there isn't an option for that for RGO. Toad
Yeah,
does have Taunt, but at worst, he kills Toad instead of
yeah.
RGO.
I believe Toad is also the one with extra channel, so currently this Elder Gel only has 3 stacks of channel, where if Toad was around, it would have a lot of stacks of channel. But 3
RGO
stacks
does.
of channel on an Elder Gel is still a lot.
RGO has all the channel stuff. It does have
Ah,
extra
okay.
channel.
Once again, these regeneration stacks keeping Lion alive for the turn, so Sphinx has another opportunity here to build up a ton of combo into a big attack, and let's see if he can make something happen.
Yeah, it really just depends if that agility buff comes off the RGO quickly, and then he can get the kill of Lion. Otherwise, this game's just going to play out just like the last one.
Doesn't get it here. And looking at the damage previews for that Firestorm, not that good. It looks like he could bring Elder Gale
Oh,
down to Phoenix Affinity, and maybe with the bleed knock it out. That might be worth attempting. Even with Shred, he could get.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We
yeah,
see with 44 combo, doesn't get the crits he needs. And even with the
very
bleed,
close.
Elder Gale survives. Now that was a risky move Sphinx went for, trying to kill with an AoE, and it did not pay off for him.
His regular claws is at low level because he didn't put extra points
Yeah,
into second
most Lions
action.
don't.
Yeah, typically you want that AoE neutral, but Eldergel, Vertrag, and a few others make it so that neutral damage is really important.
Yes. So it looks like he's committed at this point to trying to take down the Elder Gel. Or not. Looks like.
Weighing his options.
Yeah. Once again, looking for the Shred. This time, not enough damage to take out the Elder Gel. We do
Yeah,
see
it dodged
debuff
it.
damage doing quite significant to Flowing's team, but Oculus is here to heal them up.
I think at least what's going on here is that Oculus's healing wave isn't able to heal off all the damage from an AoE, whereas it is able to heal off all the damage single target. So going for a shred here might be his out.
Yeah. And his entire team, Sphinx's entire team, is getting more tanky and more damaging over time from aging, whereas that's only true of Elder Gel for Flowing, which is why he's desperately trying to take it down before the age stacks get out of control.
Right.
Whereas Flowing, eventually, Grummy and Grulu will be tanky enough to be able to repeatedly take hits and heal with their regeneration, but they're not there yet. We do see the Fire Pillar from Elder Gel, dealing reasonable damage, also getting some important buffs.
Not being able to get an early kill on Lion is really bad for Flowing here. So
Yeah,
this game's definitely playing out a lot differently from the last one now.
yeah, that's been the big difference maker here. Lion has been able to repeatedly come in and threaten super effective damage on the team. And here, with H stats coming up and saving some mana, he's able to use an ultimate here. But he looks
Those are
like
some good
we're in
damage previews. Definitely go for Shred here in order to kill that other gel with good crits.
does
Yep,
bring it
got
down
it.
to Phoenix Infinity, and the bleed
Bleach should do
does
it.
kill. That is massive.
All
And
right,
Oculus and Argiop are both low as well.
yeah, no, that from here Sphinx has got this. I don't see how how he wins from. I don't see how
Yeah.
Flowing wins from here.
I mean, I've seen Spinner pull off some miracles, but he's going to need both high damage and to be able to take hits from a lion with 4 H stacks. So
Grulu
let's
and
see
Grummy
how
are
well that goes.
Grulu and Grummy are just such threats, and he has so many replacements for Lion that at this point, like, there's just nothing. Flowing just can't break through it. But I could be surprised by Spinner, so
Yeah.
of course want to see how this
We do see
plays
the
out.
Cleansing Flame. Look at that damage, but with 5 stacks of regen, improved regen from Lion, and shield from Grummy, he's able to passively heal a lot of it. And we do see another AoE from Grulu coming down.
Ooh, that Firestorm looks juicy.
Doesn't have max level, but seems like level 2 is good enough to take out this team. Oculus and Spinner very low. Flowing forced to go to his last, which is Draconor.
Yeah, at this point, oh yeah,
Yeah,
with
forced to attack with Oculus instead of supporting. Flowing is really benching on trying to get a kill here, and it looks
even
like
if he
he
kills all
will.
3, he's starting off next turn with 2 of his monsters at very low
Yeah,
HP.
goes for the
Playing out
poison
Flowing's
needle
lost.
onto Lion, which almost feels like an admission of defeat to me. That Acid Rain able to apply a ton of armor break and cleanse the buffs, and it looks like Lion can finish it off with a shred. Draconor does live, but he's not going to 1v6. And yep.
Yeah.
On to game 4. Sphinx avoids getting 3-0'd. We do see once again same teams from both players, but Sphinx has to be going second this turn, which is not what he wants.
That can make a big enough difference.
We do see Argiop setting up the Shroud, hoping for those dodge. Shroud sets Agility and Spell Shield, which is a 20% chance to dodge physical and magical hits, respectively. That will
And
hopefully keep his team alive.
combined with his defensive presence and combo buffing and extra channel from both Toad and itself, it is applying a lot of buffs. And
Yeah,
buffing heal with assistance to apply extra sidekick. Although I don't think it got applied
yeah.
one sidekick.
So here you see, whereas in the previous games where he went first, Sphinx was able to get a kill on the first turn. Here he's not able to.
Those dodge
Able
buffs
to
and
get
barrier
far pretty
buffs
low though.
really the dodge buffs really slow down the proliferate chains. Every miss is a missed chance at getting those debuff procs.
Absolutely, and Grummy and Grulu really need those because they don't apply a ton of buffs other than those 5 stacks of regeneration. The damage amplification that they provide is just pure combo. So we see Sticky Threads from Archeope cleansing
Oh
all of the
man.
buff on Lion. Archeope has 2 instances of cleanse, which allows him to very quickly get rid of an opponent's buffs. And Bleed from Elder Shield's Voltage is able to take out Lion.
Gosh, this is an awful start for Sphinx.
Yeah. Chooses to bring in Griffinix and trying to again debuff that Toad. Grummy also has Cleanse, so you see he's able to get rid of some of those buffs. It's interesting to see Acid Hurricane on Grulu. That's not the ultimate I normally see, and it's not really what you want in this matchup with not many monsters we can water.
Yeah, the ultimates are easy to swap, so I probably should have swapped that out between matches. But
Yeah,
in this game, the previous games, he struggled a lot after getting the first turn kill on Toad, and with Toad not being dead now, I don't know how he's going to come back from this.
yeah. We see Aerial Strike from Griffinix, able to set up some buffs, but Toad's still alive, and Toad does one thing extremely well, which is heal everything.
And
We
buff.
see Dark
And
Shroud
debuff.
shredding every single buff from the
Oh,
Gryphonix, which
the,
might put it into range for Elder Geo to proc Phoenix Affinity this turn.
yeah, so RGF's been doing a fantastic job cleansing buffs this match. Because it did the same thing to
Absolutely.
Lion, and that really contributed towards killing it. Because Lion has heroic defense, so each buff is really helping it defensively.
Yeah. Gryphonix does survive both the damage and the bleed proc, so its Phoenix Affinity is still intact. But I'm struggling to think of how it could put out enough damage to really threaten Flowing.
It does have burn down or slow burn for its shift passive, so it only uses up a third of its charge stacks whenever it
Yeah,
uses them.
unfortunately, not a ton of ways on Sphinx's team to give it all its charge stacks.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty well stuck at being able to build up 12 and then be left at 4.
Yeah. And once again, Toad keeping itself alive while Argiop and Elgajel are free to attack. Flowing, considering his moves here, he probably won't be able to take out Gryphonix through Phoenix Affinity, because Gryphonix heals more than other monsters do, thanks to having Reborn from Ashes. But we do see it proccing there, and the debuffs and the bleed not able to finish it off, but it probably only has one more turn.
Being able to cleanse and then have severe upkeep to apply those wound stacks really helps out Flowing. So it makes it so that regen isn't proccing at the beginning of turn, and then auto heal isn't healing for as much.
Absolutely. We also see a bit of an interesting set for Gryphonix. It doesn't seem to have like a big fire attack, which is what it would really want in this matchup. So it seems to be stuck using Shred, which isn't able to break through Flowing's massive defenses.
Yeah, Sphinx is really missing out on just a big single target attack. Typically, I like to take the attack which scales up its damage for every buff you have. That ultimate
Yeah.
glory strikes, or that might be
Yeah,
the
we see
regular
Sphinx
version.
running Gift of Life on Gryphonix, which, don't get me wrong, is a fantastic ultimate, but is not doing anything here when he's forced to use Gryphonix in his first team of 3.
Especially in this match, where the progression of this match has always been Grummy and Garulu staying alive with all his DPSs getting run through. So especially in
Yeah,
this match, like Gift of Life should have been swapped out for something else.
we're going to see Gryphonix looking at the previews. Spark Shower, which is his best fire attack, not doing a ton of damage.
Even with Burn Down to uh, or the Gryphonix's unique aura, which makes it so that burn does 50% more damage, and 4 burn stacks. That's really not beating into Toad very much.
Yeah, Burn's damage is based on the higher of your attack or magic. So Toad, even though he's weak to it, doesn't build a ton of attack or magic since he's a pure support. So doesn't have to worry that much about taking a ton of damage from it.
I mean, Toad does have mana overload, but he does have also really high HP. So even though he has decent magic, with the high HP, the damage it does comparatively to that is pretty low. It'll be monsters like Shockhopper, which build high magic, low health, and are weak to magic that take huge damage from burn.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Sphinx has put his tournament life on the back of his cat Zerker. Which honestly, it does have fire claws, so if he can get some good combo here, he might be able to make something happen.
He's starting off so behind where he was in the last few
Yeah,
games.
and unfortunately, he got a slime skin proc from his attack on Toad, 40% chance to apply a stack of weakness, and that stack of weakness probably saved Toad.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, slime skin is quite a common item to be run because it allows you to basically cheat the damage preview. If your attack does less damage than it looks like, that can often result in your opponent committing a bunch of resources and not getting an important kill, which is what happened here. So we do see Sphinx now has a stack of Infinity, but he really needs to make something happen here. Alright, we do see the Fire Claws taking down Argeo. That is definitely a good start. Gets rid of the channeling balance, but he still has quite a few monsters to work through if he wants to win this game.
Drakenor can come in for an easy kill on Kadzerker. Yeah, unfortunately, anytime that he gets a good kill with Kadzerker, if he still has Drakenor, the Kadzerker's just dead.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to use his third attack, which means he might be able to at least pressure Grummy or Gruely with some damage here.
Or just remove debuffs off itself.
Honestly, I quite like that. He knows he's not going to get them within the range where their massive regeneration won't be able to heal them up. So opts to remove some debuffs with his attack instead. Sure.
I mean, he could get some progress down on their shields, but his out here is to kill Vasuki. So yeah, and doing a bit of damage to Grummy or Grulu isn't helping him with that. And since he'll take a turn to kill Vasuki, then they're going to heal that damage off anyway.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some good
Yeah, with
damage
all
from
those stacks of
Slurpers.
armor break, and 8 stacks of age and 2 stacks of infinity, Grulu is really starting to get threatening, but Sphinx is going to need more than that to come back in this game. Does take out the Toad, that's good.
Oculus can replace it.
Yeah, but Flowing now has a turn with 2 stacks of infinity, and I don't see how he's not going to at least cripple Sphinx's team by taking out Vizuki.
Yeah, with
Here we see
Vasuki
the
gone,
Shadow's Grasp and easily cuts down Vizuki. And the Heat Shimmer not able to take down Grummy. Those regeneration stacks, very importantly, trigger before all sources of passive damage, debuffs and bleed. So
besides
they're able
Congeal.
to, so they're able to keep Grummy alive, but Grulu is going to have to make quite a bit happen this game.
Yeah, just the two of them alone won't be able to do enough damage or to get through Oculus's healing. Unless they can really do some stuff with I
Does take
guess
out the
there's
Draconor. Quite big damage, and
a lot of
those
debuff
armor break
damage.
stacks are helping a lot. But Flowing could lose if he can't take out either Grummy or Grulu this turn, but that's a big if.
Yeah, they are at 3-8 and the 3 infinity stacks. So yeah,
Yeah,
he'll easily get through Grummy.
and we do see
Oh,
Electrocute,
or
the
okay.
ultimate from Elder Joe, and is able to take out Grummy, and at this point, the game is up.
Yeah, I thought the electrocute play was a bit greedy. Like if you didn't get the kill on Grummy there, that could have been really bad.
Thankfully for him, he was able to get it, and that looks like a wrap, I'm afraid. Sticky threads, keeping up those stacks of tether, just in case. And that is the game. Thank you all
Well,
for
thanks
watching.
for watching.